All right. Well, I know you said that to wrap up the Olympics, but we didn't wrap up the Olympics until we talk about the U.S. women doing their thing.
Yeah, they did do their thing. And we beat Germany 1-0 with Sophia Smith scoring in extra time, bringing us to the game that really matters. USA versus Brazil for the gold, which, side note, congratulations, Germany, for beating Spain and getting the bronze. You did it. Um, but we beat Brazil 1-0 with Mallory Swanson scoring the only goal in the 57th minute. And they actually pulled out from her when she was younger in school. She wrote in her yearbook she wanted to be part of the U.S. women's national team and win a gold medal at the Olympics. And I think younger her is very proud of herself because she did it. Um, One thing we haven't discussed because we're USA, USA, USA over here, but we need to talk about the legend Martha for a second.
Mm,
Um, like Diana Taurasi, Martha has been to the Olympics every year since 2004 and is one of the pillars of women's soccer. A few games previously, she got a red card, which she did deserve, even though I'm like, can we make a Martha rule where like
mm,
you don't give her a red card? She broke down on the field because that could have possibly been her last game with Brazil since she is retiring after this tournament. She ended up getting suspended for 2 games, and her team was able to eke it out and just win for her. Um, and they beat Spain, which Spain is the number one in the world right now in FIFA rankings. They're the World Cup winners, and they are also were the favorites. But fun fact: no team that has won the World Cup go on to win the Olympics the following year on the women's side. So they ended up not doing it, just like every other time.
mm.
Uh, and as we've seen in sports, when you play for another person, that propels you forward. And that brought Brazil to a final. But it wasn't good enough because the U.S. we gonna win gold, baby. We gonna win gold. Um, it was a tough match. There were moments that Brazil were playing better than us, and they even got a goal called offside in the first half. But the U.S. had moments of brilliance, and the goal from Mallory Swanson was one of them. And in a sport like soccer, it just takes one moment to win. Also, Alyssa Nair, yeah, beauty. She's such a brick wall, and she's been making great saves this entire tournament, and I love her. And her and Naomi Gurma are kind of the reason we went as far as we did. And wild stat for you: Alyssa Nair is the only goalkeeper to ever get a shutout in both a World Cup final and an Olympic final. So she to go. She to go
that
to
that save that
goalkeepers.
she did for that header. Whoo boy.
Whew. So she's so good. She's so good. The U.S. has shown that whenever we lose a World Cup, the next year we win an Olympic gold. And since 1991, the U.S. has won a major tournament in every cycle: 91 World Cup, 96 Olympics, 99 World Cup, '04 Olympics, '08 Olympics, 2012 Olympics, 2015 World Cup, 2019 World Cup, 2024 Olympics. So we stay winning. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
All right, Alyssa, whatever you do, you're the next great goalkeeper. Of the last great goalkeeper, don't get into any domestic disputes of anything. Not a
Don't
good
drive
look.
drunk.
Don't do that. Um, so don't do those things. Um, just a thing of warning. As like when someone else messes up, I hope you're taking notes.
Hmm.
Because you're that goalkeeper. There's no denying that for sure. And just yeah, don't do what you do on the field, but off the field as far as doing it with being awesome and making good decisions.
And pretty much all I've seen it of her off the field is she grills some burgers, she watches some football. Like
And she
She
talks
she
shit
does.
with the best of them because I've seen her on some
Yeah.
shows with a bunch of dudes, and they're just she's just like she's just one of
She
them.
she she's from Connecticut, but basically she's from the Boston area.
Hmm.
Like it tells you everything you need to
Yeah,
know.
she talks shit with the best of them. So
Yeah.
Alyssa, that's all. I'm not gonna name names, but you know what I'm talking about. Just don't do anything stupid off the field.
Now, we've talked about how if we show goals, we get blocked from YouTube. But you know what we can show? We can show the legend Abby Wambach watching the goals. So let's
Right.
do that.
Nice.
Go. Leave it.
Way off, I think.
She's on. Finish. Finish. Awesome. Such a good lead.
My favorite part about that too is that that's the new jersey, but she's still wearing Wambach.
Yeah. She's kind of earned it. So,
she has definitely.
it's like
earned
any
it.
iteration, she better get a jersey with her number and last
Yeah.
name. She's kind of. I've got some World Cups and gold medals to say that she's probably earned it.
And one thing that a friendship that I didn't know existed beforehand, but I freaking love that it existed, is that Dawn Staley and Emma Hayes are actually very good friends. And Dawn
Yeah.
Staley was at the match. And if you remember, Dawn Staley, she coached Camila Cardoso, who is currently now with the Chicago Sky, and Camila Cardoso is Brazilian. So Dawn Staley tweeted out, "Yo, Camila, and I have a wager on this game. If she wins, I wear a Brazilian jersey on the sideline for a game. If I win, she wears during Tunnel Walk on and IG Live." We ended up winning, so then Don goes, "Hey Camilla, what size US women's national team jersey you need? Coach got you. Let's go." And then Camilla over here post with that face, large jersey, I guess. And Don, "I love you, K Mill."
Yeah. And speaking about, if Camilla with the Brazilian team in 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
she gonna.
If they can qualify, they just need to freaking qualify, man.
Well, I'm just saying, if they're on the right track with Camilla.
Mm-hmm. And they were very close to qualifying for this one. But yeah, I love it too because when she got drafted, Martha gave did a video for her welcoming her to the WNBA. So I kind of like that we kind of seen it a little bit with Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe about how like women's basketball and women's soccer has combined, but now it's really starting to combine more and more, just like these women's athletes loving up on each other. We saw Breanna Stewart and Rose Lavelle. Rose Lavelle went to a New York Liberty game and Breanna Stewart signed her jersey for her.
Mm-hmm.
And like she was just like in such awe. And she posted on like, "Oh my God, I got this signed by Stewie." And then Stewie was like, "I need your Olympic jersey
Right.
signed by you." And she's like, "You were 100% going to get a jersey for me." So I just love the camaraderie that we're having between sports, but still U.S. women.
Speak about camaraderie in between U.S. women. You know, there's been some scuttlebutt about Asia and your boy Bam.
I know. There's some scuttlebutt about it, and nothing has been confirmed, but that's a little exciting if we get Asia in Miami, you know?
As soon as they have the gender reveal party, depending on the gender, there is going to be a lot of collegiate coaches at the birth.
Right.
There was one time Montrezl Harrell, who was a U of L player, but he's a former Sixth Man of the Year in the NBA, and him and Patrick Ewing's daughter were dating at U of L because she was a volleyball player. And I said, if they have a child, Rick Pitino is going to be right there with a letter of intent.
Exactly.